Hey y'all, it's Amanda and this is my Texas Zone 8 garden, and before we dive in, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this with a fellow gardening friend. Okay, it's been a while. I haven't really been spending much time in the garden. The weather has been brutally scary hot, and I just haven't been able to bring myself to come out here. It's just been too much. I've also been doing other things. I've been working on those marching band props, getting my kids going in school. So I'm going to do a multiple part series of working in the backyard, kind of bringing some things back to life. And I really just need to go in. I need to do some massive pruning and just do some cleanup, like for real. Like it's just been brutal. So I think we're going to start here with this bed. Now this bed is actually hooked up to drip irrigation. I have a salvia in the center here that I'm cutting out that looks pretty dead. I'm not sure what happened. I think it was alive, and I say think. I think it was alive maybe a week ago, not sure. Looking at it closely, it does have some spider mites on it, so that could have been the damage. But there's new growth at the bottom of it already. I'm definitely going to have a massive pile for pruning. Let me go start creating that. And we're just at the time of the year where everything is just really, really tired. Truthfully, just like me, it's always really hard to go back to school after summer. I also have 2 kids in marching band, which is awesome. But if you have a kid in marching band, especially Texas marching band, it is no joke. All right, so I have some lilies. I have some gladiolas that I'm kind of cutting back to. I think I'll just put all stuff to the side. Now, this is a blue suede shoes salvia, and I know this is going to look harsh, but it is so overgrown. It's literally falling over. So I see new growth at the bottom, and I still have 10 weeks of growing season, so I'm going to go ahead and make some cuts and cut it down and clean this up. Because truthfully, I'm just tired of looking at it. Look at that, how overgrown. And a lot of this probably could have been solved with me intervening earlier. But here we are, y'all. And see, there was a sedum over here that was really getting covered up. Okay, I do have some basil right here that's seen better days and looks like it's kind of going to seed. I also have a gaillardia over here that's not happy. So I'm going to pull it up. And y'all remind me, I'm not going to do gaillardia next year. It just has not been happy through the process. This feels really good to get in here. It's been a while. Okay, so I also have a straw flower in here that's seen better days. However, I'm going to leave it here in case it goes to seed because I would love it if it went to seed. All right, let me go ahead and move you guys to a new position so you can see a little bit more of what's going on. Oh my gosh. Okay, I need to get this guy tied back up. All right, some different things going on here. We've got some old petunias. Look at that went on for quite a while. Okay, so I've got coreopsis here. I'm just going to cut this back by halfway. Maybe we'll get another bloom cycle from it. Okay, I've got another salvia here, And I know, once again, this looks harsh, but I'm going to go ahead and take it back. I gotta say, I feel weepy this morning. Sad. My daughter had gotten a really big solo at the beginning of the marching show, and she found out today that they cut it. Not because anything she did wrong, they just said it was too distracting during that part of the show. It makes me sad, y'all. Literally feel like crying for her. She is so disappointed. You ever have one of those kids who just keeps going and going and going, and you just wish for a little something for that kid? A little bit of an accolade. She'll keep motoring forward. It's another Gaillardia that bit the dust over here. All right, man, y'all. Pretty brutal in here. So that's looking good. I'm going to go ahead and run my drip irrigation just so I can see what's going on in this. And then while I'm running that, we're going to work a little bit on these climbing roses because they are doing beautifully this year and they need to be taken care of. Okay, let's go turn that drip irrigation on. Just haven't been around very much, taking a look, see how everything's going. Okay, I think it's this one. Let's go see. Yep, there it is. There it goes. All right. Let that run. Just want to see what's going on. Okay. I believe this one is a Zephyrin Drohen. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to be very carefully taking some of the branches and I'm just going to be reworking them up into the lattice like this. And just making, actually I think this one is, this is why I should write this stuff down. I'll put it down below. It's one I really wanted. Can't remember the name of it now. Okay, anyway, as we get to these higher ones, I am going to try to work them through the holes like this, but if they're not holding, then I'm going to go ahead and tie them in if I can. We definitely have a lot of really big canes going, considering these were just planted from bare root this last year, or this last spring. Now the goal with most climbing roses is to get the canes to go horizontally. However, in this situation, I want them to go up first, and then I want them to be horizontal over the top of this arbor. And because I need these canes right here that are going up to be nice and strong, because they're going to support the whole plant in the future. It's looking good. Haven't really seen a lot of stuff with black spot. I saw maybe a couple leaves back over here that didn't look amazing, but nothing compared to what a lot of mine have struggled with in the past. It's kind of just inevitable for me to have black spots, so I don't stress about it. Just try to defoliate the rose when it's happening. Now, This rose over here and another rose behind me look terrible because I never set them up to drip irrigation. And so they have struggled their way through the summer. So one of my big goals will be to get it set up and going. Now, I have a pretty pesky armadillo. This is the time of the year where the armadillo is at its worst, when it's really hot and really dry. And because it is looking for soft places to dig. And typically those soft places are in my raised beds. But I have fences around all those now so that the armadillo cannot get access. So he tries to dig in my mulch, which doesn't really work very well because there's a weed barrier, and so you can't really access all the bugs and stuff he's looking for. Now this over here is an aftermath of me not watering. I lost a whole bunch of spring seedlings. I just never got them out. So it is what it is. What I am going to do is I'm going to try to put this soil, I'm going to put it back in my soil bin and clean this area up just so I don't have to look at it anymore. And I like to keep an old soil bin. This, put old soil into it. And then I can recycle and replenish the soil over time as needed. It's a really good way to save on some costs. So even on these little ones like this, I'm just trying to pull out like the foliage portion of it. I've been meaning to do this part for a while. Yeah, these last few weeks, I just couldn't do it in the garden. It is just so hot. My mind has been elsewhere. And when you're out here at this time of the year, in a really hot time of year, it feels like one step forward, two steps back. It's really tough with the heat. And so one of the things I wanted to say is, even as an avid gardener who usually gardens every day, I just couldn't do it. I was done. I needed a break. It's hot, it's dangerous, it's overwhelming, and I just didn't want to do it. And that happens to all gardeners. Gardening is not for the faint of heart. Gardening's hard, y'all. Makes me laugh sometimes. My sister has a YouTube channel that's all about like planters and stuff like that. And she sits inside her beautiful rainbow color studio. And that's what she's chosen as her focus. And I think to myself, why did I choose this hobby outside in the heat? It's crazy, crazy. What was I thinking? Anyway, so hot, it's melted. Look at that. Wow. Yeah, so I don't know, you know, oh, this is still trying to grow. All right, well, we'll keep an eye on that. I'm going to be 45 this year, so I'm, you know, getting to that midlife point. It makes me laugh because everybody says, like, you'll either get into, like, sourdough, crafts, reading, or gardening. Here I am. This week, the temps are going to be way cooler, so I'm looking forward to that. There are definitely signs of fall. We're about to get to what we call fake fall here. Psych out fall, pretend fall, where it will make us think it's fall. We get all excited and then it's not actually fall. Okay, this one has some grass in it. There we go. It's not actually fall, pretend fall. I am looking at the forecast and I am gonna probably start planting in a week or two. Part of this like multiple part series trying to get this area straightened up will be me focusing on the back porch so I can start moving out. I just can't believe these melted because they're so hot. Where I will start moving out all my fall seedlings so they can start adjusting. They need about 7 to 10 days outside to start adjusting to how everything feels over here. And it's just the hardening off process, but for summer. So you bring things out a little bit at a time. And then for a couple hours a day, and then you build up tolerance. And when they are out here, you have them only out here in the shade. And then you just gradually build up their endurance. Looks better. I need to get my trash bin and throw some of this away, bring it inside, and get it straightened up. I need to work on this rose, but in order to really access it, I need to clean up this side. So let's do that. Okay, so we've got a lot overgrown over here as well. Lots of it really pretty though. So I'm going to start with the blue suede shoes salvia again. Yeah, that feels good. Okay, we've got some basil that was obviously struggling for light. This, I believe, is some other kind of salvia. I'm not sure. We're pulling the things out, y'all. It's petunia that was down there. Really opens that area up. This was some bells of Ireland. Hopefully it reseeded like I was hoping. Okay, got some more salvia here. I think like I had purple salvia and pink salvia. Okay, so this right here is a cestrum. I believe it's called orange zest cestrum. And it's leaning really bad that way. So I think I'm going to take some cuttings from the other side. You can see how far it's pruning this way, or leaning this way. So let me get in here. And this guy dies back to the ground every year, but I'm kind of obsessed with it. So I'm going to take out some of these bigger branches that are leaning really far. Just so it makes things a little more manageable over here. Got another salvia I'm cleaning up because this salvia is the one that will allow me more access to my climbing rose, which this climbing rose is the Zephyrin Drohen. I knew when I planted these planters that I overplanted, but I legit didn't care, y'all. It was fun. I had so much fun with these. And I think I'm going to see if I can get this to go up. Got one of those peony hoops. I'm just going to come in like that. Okay, let's deal with this rose. All right. So the Zephyrin Drohen struggled a little bit in the beginning. I had like 3 really beautiful canes. And then all of a sudden, 2 of them died, and I only had 1 left. It was kind of crazy. And I have to take my gloves off because I have to tie. And I don't know about y'all, I cannot tie things with gloves. So that was like really odd how that happened. And try to Let me look. But I will say, now those two had died off, I was really nervous about not having much, and it has come back. So now I have three, one really strong cane and two smaller canes. This cane has gone through my lantern. And once again, even though this climbing rose was buried behind all those plants, there's no black spot on it. Sometimes it's a good year for the roses and sometimes it's not. Okay, this area is far more cleared out, opened up, feels good. And I think I'm going to stop there for right now. Go in and focus. My daughter's getting home from school soon. I just want to give her hugs, y'all. Maybe take her to Sonic for a shake. Poor kid. She'll be fine. I know adversity helps build character and makes her stronger, but damn, y'all. Sometimes I just wish, come on. Anyway. All right, so looking really good. I'm going to continue this series, and I'm just going to be doing this, pedaling around about an hour, hour and a half, out in the garden, going through things. This week's weather is supposed to be much cooler, so I feel comfortable being out here. I think Thursday is my only really rough day. There's a bunch of, looks like swallowtail butterflies. I'll have to take y'all over there. But anyway, thanks for joining me today. Sorry I'm a little distracted, but this is one of the reasons I like gardening. I can just get out here and do this and feel good. And makes me feel better or stop thinking or things like that, which is really good. I did want to say one more thing. My amaryllis bulbs, I've got those all pulled under the porch so that they don't get watered anymore, and I'm going to let them start dying back. I'm going to give them about 2 weeks, and then they are going to be going in to the dark. And they're going to go into the dark and a cooler place to start storing so that I can restart the amaryllis for the holidays, which I'm really excited about. So if you haven't already done that, now is the time. All right, you all. As always, make sure you like and comment on the video. Every time you like and comment, it helps grow the video and my channel so much. And if you don't feel comfortable leaving a comment, just drop me an emoji below, letting me know that you made it to the end of the video and you say hi. And be sure to check me out on my Patreon community. It's all things She's a Mad Gardener, all things gardening, sharing pictures, sharing gardening tips, talking about life, just enjoying each other, which is really, really nice. There's a free tier you can join in under, and there are additional paid tiers. The higher up you are in the tiers, the more access you get, including exclusive videos only available to patrons, as well as group chats and photo sharing. As always, she's a mad gardener or a decorator or anything else that she wants to be. Thanks, y'all.